Hi there, my name is Sean. Thank you so much for joining me today for this 30-minute strength and body weight class. Now for equipment, all you are going to need today is a chair that's sturdy and in a space that's free and clear of any debris, and your body. Your body's going to do all the work. So with that, if you have your water ready to go, to stay hydrated, you can have a seat right in your chair. Sitting up nice and tall, we are going to start in our warm-up with just a simple march. Moving those feet and arms. Here we go, legs and arms. Now, everything on purpose. You want to challenge yourself throughout the entire class, but very important that you listen to your body. Make sure if you're feeling lightheaded or something doesn't feel right, something's painful, regress, choose a lower option, or just take a break completely. Because we want nothing more than for you to feel successful at the end of this exercise workout. So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders rolled back and down, lengthen through the spine, march like you mean it. Now, if you smile a little bit while you work out, you do burn a few extra calories, and it does help create this bond between a positive attitude and exercise, which a mindset like that helps significantly to stay on track and stay committed to healthy living and exercising throughout life. So smile every once in a while. We're ready. Now let's go to a step touch right here. Step touch. So just stepping right to left and bringing the opposite foot in. Now, you can add some arms to this. I'm going slow with the arms, or you can go right with the feet. Warming up those shoulders a little bit. That's right. Still sitting up nice and tall, trying to get that blood moving through the body, increasing the internal body temperature, warming up the joints, getting blood pumped to those muscles, all those important things for a great workout. We're moving right into a ski right now. So ski forward and back with your feet. Next exercise. Now, you can keep your arms nice and low, or you can make them bigger, go off the music, go slower, or you can make them a little smaller. You have some options. I just want you to do what's comfortable for you and what will challenge you. Just move those arms. Just a few more. Give me 4, 3, nice skis, 2, and 1. Okay, come a little bit closer to the edge of your chair. Reset that posture, sit up tall, the feet go out and in, apart and in, apart, together, apart, together. Let's add arms. Here we go. Lift, now forward, forward. Out to the side and forward. Now key here, you want to keep those thumbs up. Thumbs up. Whenever you're lifting those arms, keep those thumbs up. You have about 20 seconds left. Big reach apart and forward. Excellent. 2 more. Last one. And stop there. Okay, reset that posture just in case it was collapsing. Open up big, Cobra, stretch across the chest, bring those arms forward, touch your pinkies together. Bring it down, open and stretch that upper body. Come together, touch your pinkies. Just a few more. Inhale and exhale. Good, again, open. And let's do one more. A big reach and open. Drop them down to your side. Release. We are ready to start the workout. We're going to start with an exercise that will burn a lot of calories because it utilizes a lot of muscle groups. It's called a sit to stand. We're doing 12 of them, okay? So when we stand, come with me, use your thighs, press off the chair if you need to, and then you're going to tap one foot, challenging your balance, making sure your core is engaged. Tap the other side. Bring the feet hip distance apart, and then carefully sit down again. So that's one repetition. We have 11 more. Stand with me. Tap one. Tap the other. Feet hip distance apart. Make sure you have a solid base of support and have a seat. Do it again. Lift up. Stand up all the way, nice and tall. Squeeze the butt at the top. Tap and tap. Then slowly come back down in the chair. Now, if you don't need the support of the hands, you can certainly try and stand up without it. Ideally, we want to get to that point where we don't need an assist to get in and out of a chair. But if you need it right now, your thighs are a great place to start. Tap, really challenging, keeping that core engaged. I think we're about halfway through. And lower slowly with control. We have 5 more. Stand up tall, tap right, tap left, and then lower with control. Good, now reach and tap that toe, point the toe out to the right and the left, and then lower with control. Stand up, make sure you're fully standing, fully erect before you move those feet out to the sides, really important. Lift up tall, squeeze the butt, tap right, tap left, and we have 1 or 2 more here. Lower slowly, 1 more time to finish this exercise. I love this, especially to start a class because it utilizes so many muscle groups. Challenges you in different ways and really does help continue to warm up the body. You made it. So first exercise done. The next exercise, we're working the shoulders. So we lift up, opening, thumbs up, keep those thumbs up as you open, we close, and then we lower. Now real easy when you do this to let those shoulders sink up to the ears. Keep those shoulders pressed down. We have 15 total of these, so 13 more. Open, close, and lower. Lift, good range of motion here. Important for those shoulder joints, shoulders and hips, ball and socket joints, so we want to be able to move those in all different types of directions. So when we do exercises like this that give us and put us in multiple planes of movement, super beneficial for those joints. About halfway there, I think. It's hard to keep track sometimes when you're talking. 5 more. Lift. So you might start to feel a little heat in those shoulders, a little slight burn as we get towards the end of the 15 reps. It's okay. Slight discomfort is all right. We just don't want extreme pain. So if you need to make it smaller now, don't go up as high. That's okay. Or leave out a rep. Rest when you need to. That's okay as well. And that's 15 already. The next exercise, we're going back down to the lower body. We're doing what's called an abduction or a leg lift. So we're on the side of our body, on our hip, hands on the chair for support. You want to flex the toe, pull the toe towards you, and we lift and lower. We have 15 repetitions on each side. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Stay strong here. You don't want to collapse. Lift up. Always trying to lift through the chest. And you will feel this right here in the hip area. Back into the gluteal or the back side. 5 more. 5, 4, 3. I certainly feel it. 2 and 1. Switching sides. Adjust yourself first. Bend that knee. This is your supporting leg. Hand is on the chair. Still lengthening through the spine. Extend the leg. Pull the toe towards you. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now you'll notice it's not a big movement. Not big at all. And you will still feel this in your gluteal area, in the hip area, outer thighs, whatever you want to call it. Still lift through the chest. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, fantastic work. Next exercise is alternating leg lifts. So we're going to lift one leg and then the other. And when you lift, you want to contract the top of the thigh, the quadriceps. 10 on each side. Here we go. Lift, contract, and lower. Lift, contract, strong. Now, I like having my hands on my thigh because it's a reminder to contract those muscles. That touch sometimes really helps as a reminder for those muscles that should be contracting to do that work. Lift, extend, still sitting up super tall. You've got this. 5 more. Contract each time. That's it. Just a couple more. We'll do a few extra on this one. Strong muscles. And one more on each side. And release right there. Okay, giving those legs and hips a rest a little bit. Or the front of the hip flexors anyway. We're going into a hip hinge. So we're actually going to focus on the back of the body now. Very important in a hip hinge to keep that spine as long as you can. Now you can do this with your hands on your thighs. I'd like you to try and start with your hands across your chest. And we hinge forward at the hip. We don't want to round the back. So here's a sneak peek from the side. This is what you don't want. Round. This is what you do want. Long and hinge. Okay? So together, ready? Let's hinge forward. We have 15. And lift. Nice, slow, and controlled. And keep that back nice and flat. Make that movement come from the hip joint. Keep those shoulder blades in your upper back pulled close together so you're opening through the chest as you do this. And lift. You definitely don't want to go down quickly. Nice, slow, and controlled is key with these movements, especially movements where we're working areas of the body that most people will have an injury in sometime in their life, low back being one of those big ones. So we want to keep those muscles strong. 2 more. Last one. And rest. Okay, last exercise in this series, and then we will go back and repeat from the beginning. Arms up, small movement. You round the upper back, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together as tight as you can. It's a scapular retract. So draw those shoulder blades around the spine, and then release. These muscles that are primarily working are called your rhomboids. Very important for good posture, decrease back pain, all kinds of benefits. So squeeze the shoulder blades together and really contract those muscles tight in your upper back, keeping the shoulders depressed or down away from your ears. Almost there. Give me 2 more. 2, and 1 more. 1. Release. Okay, if you need to roll the shoulders a little bit after that one, back and forward, that's fine. We get to go back to the beginning now. So moving towards the end of the chair, it's sit to stand. Hands on the thighs if you need the support. We stand up all the way. Fully erect. We tap right, we tap left, and lower with control. Just 12 of these. Now, if you feel a little bit off balance with the taps, you can just do a tap, keeping that foot in as well. We have options for you. We always want you to be able to feel successful, give you regressions, give you options to make it more difficult. And when we do these toe taps, as we reach out, and you're balancing on one leg, that can be a real challenge for some people. So if that's not where you are today, that's fine. How about just a tap, tap, or just stand up all the way? No taps. That is just fine. Maybe you try one, see how it feels. And hey, I felt stronger than I thought I would. I'm gonna try another one. Go ahead and join me and do the things that feel right as you listen to your body, but will challenge you at the same time. Sit down all the way. Last one right here. All the way up. Tap right, tap left, and sit down slowly. Excellent work. We're going now from the lower body to the shoulders. The front raise. We lift to the front, thumbs up, open, bring them back to the front, and lower. But let's check our posture before we do any more. Roll those shoulders back and down, lift up super tall. Let's go. Lift, open. Just draw those hands straight out so they're in line with the shoulders, straight to the front and lower. Remember, try not to let those shoulders creep up to your ears when you lift. So this would be a no-no. Want to press them down and sit up nice, tall, and strong. Lift, open. Continuing to work. Multiple angles for that shoulder joint. Really good for the shoulder area. Keeping it strong. Just a few more. Open. Now, if I'm going too fast for you at any time, you can certainly slow down, work at a pace that's slower, maybe works better for you. Or you can just stop completely if you feel like you need a rest. By the end of these 15 reps, you definitely should start to feel it in that shoulder joint. Whew. All right, good work. Roll those shoulders back and forward a little bit. We have leg abduction. So this is when we lean down to the side. On our right side first, hand on the chair for support. Extend the left leg. You can put the other hand wherever you want. On the thigh, you can put it on your leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now, each time I'm lowering, I'm letting my foot come down to the floor, but I'm not losing all the contraction. I'm trying to keep my leg contracted the whole time, so strong. Try and flex as many muscles as you can throughout your leg while you're doing this. We're still lifting through the chest, lengthening through the neck, through the back of the neck. Nice, tall, and strong. 15 of these. We'll do a few more. 3, 2, and 1. We switch sides. Let's do this. All right, leaning on the other hip, hand on the chair for support. Extend that leg and then pull your toes towards you. Here we go. Lift up tall and strong, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now, I love doing this stuff that's what we call unilateral, meaning we focus on one side and then we do the other, because it really helps us see where we may have some imbalances. For me personally, my left hip, it's messed up. I don't have the flexibility and I don't have the strength either that I have in my right hip. So that tells me what I need to do to try and create that balance, the exercises, the repetitions, and stop there so that I can have more balance, especially when it comes to the hip region, because if this is out of whack, it affects everything all up your spine. So keeping things balanced is really important. Okay, next exercise. We are doing an isometric chest squeeze. So that means no movement. We bring the hands together and we squeeze, no movement, and we're contracting the muscles through the front of the upper body, and then we go down to the side of the chair. And then you squeeze the chair together. Come back up. Squeeze as tight as you can. It's just a few seconds. Now avoid holding the breath. Want to keep breathing. Squeeze. And again, down at the side of the chair. Just slightly different areas that you're working, strengthening between the two different movements we're doing. Up, squeeze. You'll feel this much more in the chest, all the way across the chest. And the harder you squeeze, the more benefit you'll get. So really push those hands together. 15 of these. So you do it one in the front of the chest, one on the side, and that counts as one. So some people may be counting and thinking, wait, that's 30. But no, it's the front and a side. That counts as one. So we have 3 more. Squeeze it tight, tight, tight. Still sitting up tall. Again. And one more now, one more. Strong, strong. At the very end, press, press. And release, squeeze. You got it. Okay, next exercise. Staying in the same seated position. Leg extensions. So we have 20, 10 on each side. Here we go. Lift and extend, flex the front of the thigh and lower. Lift, extend, and flex. Simple exercise. But when our minds go to a different part of the body, we tend not to think about the other part. So, still thinking about your posture in your upper body, sitting up nice and tall, and keeping that core engaged. Belly button in, pulled up into the ribs, and really try and stay tight here as you work these down here. You burn more calories, and honestly, every movement we do, everything stems from the core, the middle of the body. So we want to keep this strong and engaged and think about it as much as possible. So we're staying strong here, keeping these flexed, and we're moving the legs and flexing these. Last one, and release. Okay, so maybe you need to scoot a little bit to the more of the edge of the chair for the hip hinge. Remember, sitting up tall, arms across the body, hinge forward, and lift up. So the last time we did this, I turned to the side for you. I'm going to do it again. Keep going. Forward. Keep the back flat. So you want to avoid this. Rounding of the back. Keep that back nice, tall, and strong. And you might not be able to go down real low as you do the exercise. And that's okay. You go to where your body will allow you. That's challenging it. Again, you don't want to feel pain. Slight discomfort is okay. If you're getting to a point where your low back's a little tired, you can certainly put your hands down on your thighs, and those hands can help push you up if you need it. But remember to stay strong through your core. Stay real strong here. And last one, and we have scapular retract as our last exercise before we go through one last time. So arms are in front, and pull the shoulder blades together, release, and pull the shoulder blades together and release. Actually, now that I look at the clock, we don't have time to go through a whole nother time. It is amazing to me how fast the time goes. So thank you for joining me today and using just 30 minutes of your day to come and take care of your body and exercise with me. It is an honor, a treat for me to be able to guide you through these exercises. I cannot tell you how encouraging it is to be able to do this and know that many, many people are moving their bodies with me as I do these exercises and teach this class. So thank you. Thank you for coming. And your body thanks you too. Wrap those shoulder blades around the spine strong. You have one more. Ready? Squeeze them together and release. Okay, we made it to the cool down where you just get to take a few deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. We are going to stretch. So, reaching one arm up. I still want you to think about lengthening, and we stretch through the side here. And release. And maybe you can't go straight up overhead. Maybe just reaching out a little bit because your shoulder doesn't allow you to do that. That's okay. Or maybe you just want to leave the arms out. If you're leaving the arm out, very important that you're lengthening through the spine as you stretch that side. And release. One more. Reach if you'd like. Okay, shoulder roll and a chest opener. So big shoulder roll, reset those shoulders, and then open the chest. We work the chest with those isometric contractions. Open, release. Let's do it again. Big roll. Set that posture, smile. Even if it's fake, you know, you can fake yourself to happiness. It's true, it's true. One more time. Big roll, open, and release. Still sitting up tall. Let's do some neck rolls. So drop the ear down towards one shoulder, roll around the front, hold it to the other shoulder, and then roll back around. And as you hold, really try and stretch. So lengthen and feel this stretch here. Meaning and purpose behind every movement. Oh, it just makes the body feel so much better. Doing great things. Finish it up. Last one. And release. Okay, seated spinal twist. So hands go out in front. They're touching. Take your left hand and turn. Rotate to the side. Now, as you do this, you don't want your hips to move at all. And then bring them back together. Other side, open. Keeping your hips stationary. We're twisting that spine, wringing it out. These twisting movements here, this is great for your liver. Very, very beneficial. But what's key is that you're making sure you keep that spine extended and long. So sitting up tall and keep that core engaged. One more on each side. Big open. Keep the tummy strong and engaged. Pull that navel in and up. Lengthen. The up part's important. A lot of people, they do half of that contraction, so rest. They do half of the contraction, they pull it in. That's good, but then if you pull it up, it helps them lengthen. So you want the in and up, and it really helps to strengthen the whole body or contract the whole core there. All right, next exercise, hip flexor. So let's shift so that one cheek is off the chair, and that cheek and leg extends behind you here, pushing through the heel, squeezing that cheek now. So open this hip flexor, and then reach up if you'd like, if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Just make sure you're really squeezing and lifting up tall to stretch. And release. Let's do one more. Big reach if you can. Make sure you're pushing that heel away from you and then squeezing that cheek. And release. Other side. Okay. Sitting up nice and tall. Reach. You may have heard a phone ring right there. You know, when you're filming these live classes, you think you have everything in line. But life happens. And release. Didn't get to see Molly come in today and play, but maybe in the next class. For those of you that don't know Molly, she's our little Shorkie, Shih Tzu Yorkie, and she's still a puppy. And let's do one more. Reach it up. Squeeze that glute. Open that hip flexor. And she's just adorable. She's about 8 months, 6, 7 months old, and just fun. The joy that she brings to this house is amazing. So I'm sure she'll keep coming into classes here and there. So you have to keep coming back so you can meet her if you haven't yet. Okay, deep breaths. Sitting up tall. Inhale through the nose. Let's finish. Exhale through the mouth. Nice and easy. Big inhale. And exhale. Just 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. I cannot thank you enough for choosing to join me today for this 30-minute strength and bodyweight class. I hope to see you in a class again really soon. Until then, have a healthy day. Bye-bye.